Happy Book Talk Tuesday. Our book fair is packed up and put away, so we are ready to move on with regular library business this week. So, I want to talk to you about an author that I really, really love. So, I have read all of these books and I will read everything this author writes. There are a few authors like that where I will read anything they write because I just love the way they write their books. Dusty Bowling, one of my favorite. This book is Insignificant Life Events in the Life of a Cactus. So Avon Green is the main character of this book, and Avon is born without arms. Uh, her mother put her up for adoption, and her family that adopted her just treats her like a normal kid. They don't treat her any differently because she doesn't have arms. Sure, you have to, be inventive and do things differently, but they figure it out. They figure it out, and they just expect her to figure it out, and that has really built her character and made her a very, very strong, independent kid. Well, when she's 13, her family moves to a different part of Arizona or to somewhere in Arizona, and they take over a rundown Western theme park. And they're trying to build it back up again. So Avon has lived someplace where people just know she doesn't have arms, and it's just normal for them. And she goes someplace where they are not used to this. Some kids are not nice, as you can imagine. Um, and she's having to navigate starting over at school. And in the midst of that, there is something mysterious with this theme park that she is trying to figure out. So there's something people are not saying that she doesn't know, and she is determined to figure it out. She is a very determined kid. I love this character. There is a second book after it. I hope that there are more in this series, but at the moment there are only two. 24 Hours in Nowhere is about some kids who end up in the desert. Now, this author is from Arizona, so her books take place in the desert because she knows the desert. Um, they end up in the desert. There is a bully involved, and a bike is stolen. A really nice dirt bike that somebody needs for their race is stolen. And the main character of the story decides he is going to go into some uh, cave in the desert to look for gold to try and buy back the bike and do the right thing so that this girl can actually race her bike. Um, they have great plans, but plans don't always turn out the way you want them, right? They're not always the same. Across the Desert is her newest one that came out back, I think it came out back in the spring. And the main character of this book is Addie, and Addie is very much into flying. She is fascinated by it. She follows this YouTuber that is really trying to create this airplane on her own and make it fly. And while Addie is watching a live YouTube at the library, um, like the public library, uh, the the person goes down on their plane that they've created, and Addie doesn't know where they are, but she like somebody needs to help this person, and she feels like nobody is going to be able to find her, and this, the pilot does not have many followers on YouTube, so she is very concerned that no one is going to know where this person is, and someone's got to save her. Addie's mom is not very reliable. She is pretty irresponsible. And so Addie just decides to leave and go and try and help this person. So she is literally searching the desert by herself, looking for somebody that other people are saying doesn't even exist. And she is wanting to help this person because she feels like she needs to. There's a lot of really hard things that Addie is dealing with in her life. And this adventure that she's going on, she's kind of leaving all that behind to not have to deal with that right now. But she's got a rough go of life. Anyway, love the story. There's another one, Canyon's Edge. It's not in right now. It's checked out pretty much all the time. That's about a daughter and a dad that after mom passes away, like in a tragic thing that happened. Mom passes away and dad decides that they just need to go on an adventure. So they are going to go down and hike the canyon. So they go down, but while they are down there, the two of them get separated, and the girl is having to navigate a flooded canyon on her own. And I will say that one, I believe, is written in verse. I'm pretty sure it's a novel in verse. I love novels in verse too. Anyway, I love everything Dusty Bowling writes. You cannot go wrong with them. There are some hard topics in there, so and I love that. I love reading about people who are dealing with things that I never can even imagine dealing with, because I know that's real life. It's real life. We all go through things, and it's hard, and we have to figure out how to navigate it. Anyway, read Dusty Bowling. She's fantastic. Have a great week. I hope you saw something that you would like to read. Go read lots of books.